Just like that. Today we're gonna high bank, talk a little bit about how, why, and where we find gold. Behind me here, you guys see all these giant washed rocks and boulders. When you're in a new area and you're looking for gold, one of the easiest ways to get on it is go somewhere where gold has been found before. This here is an old historic placer mine. All these rocks, you can see we got piles of rocks and cobbles and boulders everywhere. Where you see these cleaned rocks, you know the dirt's already been washed and the gold's been taken out. So what we're looking for is virgin ground. Right behind this tree, we got exactly where they stopped mining. Look at that. Look at that giant bluff. This is solid virgin ground. This whole face used to all be like that. And the old timers washed all the gravel, pulled the gold out, left these clean, bigger rocks behind. We're not gonna find any gold down here in the oversized tailings. So the first thing to look for is virgin ground. This sand, gravel here, even potentially in this face. Now I know there's gold up there because I've sampled it, but we want to work down by the water today. All this has been washed and freed of its gold. Skiing is a dangerous sport. Let's go find some gold. Walking around these tailings, I always keep my eyes peeled. In this area, I'm starting to see really interesting rocks. That's gold and silver ore right there. See all that rust and sulfite, and we got a pocket of pyrite right there. All this gold down here came from somewhere. Some of it's still breaking out of these rocks. As they move down slope and down river, the rocks contain any gold. Rock breaks, the gold falls out. We definitely have a pocket of heavies in this area. Here's another piece. This one's more quartzy iron. Here's limonite. That's nice stuff right there. This one right here caught my eye. You can see it's black, shiny. Let's take a closer look at it. We have quartz. Heck, this might be silver ore right here, guys. This is pretty darn interesting. I want to bust this open. Where are we gonna do this? Right here. Just gonna take it like that. Find a bigger rock like this one, and I'm gonna throw it down, hopefully cracking this in half. Let's see. All right, one more. So I don't want it to go shooting everywhere, so it's light on that last one. There we go. Busted it right open. And we definitely have a quartz with crystals. And actually, interestingly enough, we got some pyrite, some iron, and this black outer coating must be an oxidation coating. Some sort of metal, maybe manganese, is leaching out of this rock and making this exterior outer black coating. Pretty wild. And those old timers sure were strong. Look at these boulders. What's this over here? Oh, it's loose too. Big old chunk of iron. Look at that. It's not a scraper blade. Some kind of attachment point. Looks like maybe they used this. I found some cables and posts on there. Maybe they were using this setup to pull boulders out of the way and feed the material into their sluice boxes. This chunk of metal here had a catastrophic failure. Look at that. The metal just snapped right here, ripping off this edge and bending that chunk of steel. I keep coming across ore down here. This little area might have been a micro-rich pocket. Those ore rocks are a little bit heavier than everything else here. I bet you if we dig down, we might hit some good gold. Check it out. We got this huge sulfite here. You can see the pyrites. This, oh, and that white oxidizing right there is lead. Beautiful piece. That's heavy right there, guys. We got another one. Oh, one right there, partially right there. I'm gonna have to start collecting these rocks so crush and pan them. Coming up on our digs here. This here, guys, is our setup. I don't know if you can see it in the shade. Here's our high banker, set up, ready to go. And we're digging this beautiful material right here. We've already pulled out 1/2 to 3/4 of an ounce right here. What I was talking about before, where the old timers worked it. This happens to be an island pocket of pay dirt that they never ever got to. You can see on the upper edge we got tailings, virgin, big rock. Tailings all around. Right here, for whatever reason, they couldn't shift the water around or get their sluice boxes to it. They left this spot loaded with gold just for us. Now, the reason high banking is so awesome is that we can set up far away from the water source, work material up here, recirculate the water. High bank, we're gonna feed into this in just a minute. We got a rigid high pressure hose here. I don't know, it's about 12, 15 feet, something like that. Then we connect to 1.5 inch lay flat, come all the way down. You hear the river. And you see that? That's bedrock down here. We're digging right above bedrock. It's a Honda WX-15. It's like a 1.5 or 2 horse little motor fed by a trash pump. You got one of the high pressure Keen or Proline pump, that's even better. Up to here, and pushing it uphill to the high banker. This little motor pump combo is about perfect for this application. We're working gravels up to, I don't know, 100 feet away. Anything more than that, you're gonna need a big old pump. Wow, check this out, guys. Up over here, this is all phenomenal bedrock. Cracked, slivered, blocked. We got natural riffles. Look at this. I think in a future vid, I'm gonna come in, pry some of this out, do some crevicing. Looks pretty amazing. All right, first things first, we're gonna prep the hole. To get the head of the pickaxe on, find a big solid rock, slam it down just like that. Head'll stay on for a little while longer. Here in the cut, you can see we got some different colors of material. This layer here is more clay rich. We got some pockets of iron, hematite, some magnetites, bigger gold as well. But so all this clay contains gold, but the best spot is right on top of it. There's a band from a couple inches to a couple feet over here, thick. And the best gold in this spot is laying right on top of that clay. It's a clay false bedrock layer. And that's the first place we got concentration. So I'm gonna work this upper edge right now, down into here. The second paste streak is right down there on bedrock. Grab some dirt. Bring it up. Breaking it up. The whole reason we pre-prep the hole is so we can loosen up material. We'll break up that material so it's easier to shovel. But before we can do that, you gotta grab these oversized rocks that won't fit through the high banker. Throw them off to the side. Now when you grab and throw these rocks, make sure you know where they're going so you don't cover up any good ground. And we're live! So I got the machine set up here so I got partial shade for when I'm cleaning off the oversize. This is where we're gonna feed our pay dirt, knock the bigger rocks out the end. All gold's gonna get cut down here in the riffles. Before I forget, this is the worst. At the end, you're out of gas or something, you need water. I'm gonna fill up my buckets with clean water right now before we start. They'll be ready for us a couple hours from now. And this water I'm gonna use to clean out the box, the sluice, the hopper, and I'm gonna do my panning with it as well. We got some big clumps of clay in here, so I'm gonna let that material soak longer than normal. Fill her up. Fill her up. All right, here you can see we got material. I throw it into the top of the hopper, let that clay break up and fall down. Now we're about 15 minutes in. Gonna let the water run clear. Check the riffles, make sure they're working well. You can see we got a nice smooth laminar flow in the box. Looks like they're doing their job. Get another big full shovel full, throw it in the top. Use the stick I have here, pull the rock from top of the hopper, make sure they get washed. Once they're nice and clean, whip them out the tail end. Rinse and repeat. Shovel in. Wash rocks. Drop them at the end. Bust out the big pry bar. Try to see if we can get that rock loose. It's moving. Well, that's a big one. See if we can't get it out. I can see that it's hung up here on the back edge. So I'm going to clear that out. That way we'll be able to free up this boulder a lot easier. There's the back of it right there. Okay, now I'm going to jam the bar down behind the rock. See if we can get behind it and get it wiggling. But we got that boulder free. Look at that. That is beautiful, guys. Let's wedge this baby up. Roll it out of the hole. We got some beautiful looking pay dirt under here. So it's moving. That's enough where I can grab behind it. We got clay stuck to the top of the rock. Sometimes the gold's sitting right there. You see that? We're gonna grab the boulder, use some leverage, pull it this way. There it is. Roll it all the way out of the hole. Drop them out the end. We just kicked the pump off. Now let's take a look in the box. We're gonna go ahead and pull this top screen here, pan out this top indicator map and see what we're getting. I see a lot of black sands in here already, so that's always a good sign. We're gonna pull the indicator mat and pan it out in this pan. You can see it's pretty loaded with black sands. We're gonna pull that out, fill the pan with water. We're gonna have to add some jet dry. Here's our indicator covered in black sands. We got one flake I can see right there. Wow, there's a nice big old garnet. Look at that. Big old garnet right there. Seeing that gold's so heavy, it's gonna be hiding underneath all this material. So we're gonna rinse this out in the pan. You're always gonna need a thing of jet dry. Good stuff for bottles such as the Pro Line. Tweezers for any big nuggets and garnets. Pen magnet. Look close, we're gonna add a little bit of jet dry out of this little dropper bottle. If you look at the surface of the water, you can see all kinds of little floaties and stuff. When I add the jet dry, it's right here. I'm gonna drop it down. Watch the surface of that water. See that? It pushes everything over to the edge. Just like that, breaking the surface tension of the water. I'm gonna rinse this dirt a little bit, pour off the dirty water as to not contaminate our panning tub here so we can see the water. I'm gonna transfer it to a smaller pan. We got some greenstone, maybe some garnets in here, a whole lot of black sand. That's what we want to see. Settle everything down. Oh, that's a nice one right there. The magnetite's sticking to the tweezers. That's a nice little garnet right there. Okay, that's all I got left of light material. I'm gonna pan that off. Now we're gonna do the old magnet trick. What we do is we depress the plunger. That activates the magnet. You can see that it picks up all that magnetite. Move the water to this side of the pan where it's clean. Drop this through the water so it spreads out. I can already see gold. That's the reason we spread it out. Keep the black sand cover. I apply the magnet again, but this time I suck it through the water and look at all that gold, guys. It picked up all that gold. So I'm gonna drop it again, repeat that process. It didn't pick up any gold, so now I can chuck this to the side. So far it's looking pretty good. That was a lot of gold in that first magnetite pile. So I'm gonna repeat that until all the magnetics are gone. You can see I worked pretty fast here. I worked from one side to the next. That time picked up big flake and a bunch of little flakes there. I mean, look at all that gold the magnetics are picking up. Holy cow, look, it picked up that giant flake, bunch of flakes over here. We got a bunch of gold right there. left with just non-magnetic heavies and gold, guys. Let's take a look and see what we got in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh yeah, look at those. We got some real pickers in here. Look at that. Look at that big old chunker. Woo. I'm sure you can hear that fall. Boom. Wow, that's a big one too. Whoa, look at that one. That's like a chunky little bit with some angular gold sticking out the side of it. So I bet you that fell out of rock here fairly recently. Let's do that again so I can get it clean and snuffer it up. All right, that's looking great, guys. Oh my gosh. It's mostly coarse too. We got a bunch of fine stuff that's moving over here, but we got some coarse chunkies. Man, that big chunk right there is beautiful. That's beautiful. This gold is beautiful. I love it. Now let's walk this gold over the edge of the pan, just like that. And when we got it clean over here, I'm gonna snuffer it up. Squeeze out all the air and water. Now we're gonna snuffer that line up. Watch that gold disappear. Now while this part of the pan's clean, what I do is tap over here on this edge. That gold will get sucked out of the black sands. Walk over here to the clean part of the pan, and then I got a line of clean gold right there that I'm gonna snuffer up. In a sea of tailings, the Oldtimers left us a pocket of beautiful, rich ground. If you look hard enough, guys, you can find it. If you want a chance to win some gold nuggets or pay dirt, silver coins, specimens, who knows, maybe someday a claim, check out our Nugget Club in the link below. We'll see you on the next one.